Come on then. Hurry up before it gets any freaking darker outside. Hi. I'm doing a live stream and it's dark outside, unfortunately. So you probably won't be able to see much. I will be coming inside to continue. So you'll be able to see better then. Sit down. It's kind of dark outside. Hello, boss. Stay. I like that, that's cute. Sorry you can't see very well outside. It was light when I started. I've just been out, so it's gone dark now since. I've got a wreath up. You can't see it very good. Okay. Go to your place for a wee, even though I believe you've already been for one, but go anyway. Go again. Have a wee again. Go on, have a wee. Maybe if I go over here, there's a bit more light because the sun's setting over there, so. So I'll be going inside in a bit. So you're not going to humour me and just have a wee anyway. Okay, never mind then. So when I go inside, you'll be able to see my outfit a bit better. Oh, and I've got a like already. That's great. This video hasn't even got started yet. I'm wearing my leg warmers as well, by the way. Yeah. So I've got furry. You can't see very good. Sorry. I've got furry things on. Oh, and there's a moon over there. That's very nice. It looks almost full. Not quite. Can you see that? I don't know. Yes, it's nice lipstick, isn't it? Sit down. You know the drill. Why does he still not do it even though we do it every time? We do this every time. Go fetch. You know what? He will remember all of my mum's routines, but none of mine. And he'll do them automatically. Even when I'm the one taking him out or dealing with him, like feeding him or doing treats. He'll automatically do all my mum's routines and not mine, even though I do them every day with him. And it kind of annoys me. So we all know who he thinks of the main alpha is. Sit down. Because out of us both's routine, he only remembers my mum's and does them all automatically. Whatever is required of him for said routine. But not mine. Oh no. He doesn't remember a thing when I'm out with them. So I'm going to go over here where it's a bit lighter. So we've got street lights, we've got low battery, we've got streamer on, and I've got my my new crop top on, which is sort of like a mesh material. Now it's cold. I'm going to have to zip this up 2 hands. I think it's mesh, I'm not sure. It's like a fishnet sort of material. I'm not sure if it's mesh. Sort of. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. I just know it's see-through and sort of fish-netted. I wouldn't know one material from another. I really wouldn't. Some materials are also very similar, so I wouldn't be able to distinguish between two that are similar but have different names. I wouldn't. Like, I don't know the difference between satin and silk. I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference between velour and velvet. I wouldn't know. Anything that's similar, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to say, oh yes, that's velvet and that's velour. I'd probably just be like, oh yes, that could either be either one. So that's my confession of the day. I have no idea what materials are called. I don't know half the names of materials. I don't know the difference between some materials that I do know the names of. Sit down. We do this every time. You should remember. Come on, sit down. I know you don't understand the word sit down. I know. Considering we've been doing this since you were like a few months old, you still don't know the word sit down. Even though I vigorously trained treats and done it from day one, he still doesn't know sit down. Why have you come back to me with no wall? Go find it. It won't be over here. Go on, that way. Where I've not been flung it. You must be the stupidest dog ever. There it is. See, I knew it would be over here. Why would it be over there? Where I am. because seeing as how I flung it that way. I mean, I know dogs don't think with logic, but surely there must be some logic there. Otherwise, how the fuck do they function? You know, how do they function without some sort of logic? Like, I fling it that way, so why would it be over here where I am? Seeing as how I flung it that way. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Even in dog logic, that's stupid. Don't you think that's stupid? Don't you think that's stupid? I think that's stupid. Hey, I got 2 likes, yay! That's exciting. I'm probably gonna do a live stream tomorrow because we're going out tomorrow, so I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow. Seriously, why would you do that? And if you look from here, you can see the star that someone's got in their window. Can you see it? Doesn't look so good in the phone view, but in real life it's beautiful. It sort of looks green in the camera, but it's actually blue. There we go. There we go. What the fuck? What do you mean hook up with another furry? Oh, low battery, fuck off. We know you're low battery. You've already said low battery. So I'll have to go in anyway because it's low battery. Don't worry if it cuts off because of low battery, because even if it just completely cuts off and there's no live stream, I'll have to go in the house and I'll have to charge up the phone, and I will you know, I will live stream again, because I tried to make my live streams at least half an hour long instead of like 50 hours long. One of my live streams was about 3 hours long. I regret that. I think that was the live stream that somebody decided to share to my roleplay group, which pissed me off because they don't know real me. So I'm not supposed to know. Oh shit! I just smudged my nose. Great. It's hard to come off. What the hell? What the hell? Hook up with another furry? What the hell do you think I am? Some kind of hooker? Jesus. These people must be from America. I know they just hook up with people, don't they, in America? They're all at it. I'm British. In Britain, we wait until marriage before that sort of disgusting, filthy stuff. What are you? What do you take me for? Oh my God. And if anything, I'd like to hook up with a lovely big fat guy. If I was that sort of woman, I would like to hook up with a massive, huge, enormous, freaking obese, huge thing that would just cover my entire body with all his fat. That would be absolute dream, and I'm hoping my husband ends up looking like that. Even if he doesn't start out looking like that, I'm hoping I can feed him up and make him huge. I want to make him into a big, fat, sexy mafia boss. Like my squirrel mafia boss character that you've seen before. That massive squirrel. Oh my God, he's huge. He would cover your entire body. I really want a husband that looks like just like that. And very handsome as well. He's got to be handsome. And rich. That would be fantastic. I didn't mean it like that. I meant actually dating another furry. All right. Well, why didn't you say so? Most people, when they say hook up, they mean just like one night stand sex, or just like, you know, sex buddies where you're not in a relationship but you just have sex, like casual sex. That's what hook up means. Well, that from what I gathered. I mean, I get it, hook up can also mean dating, but most people, when they say hook up, they mean sex. So, and then you said it, so I thought, all right, so yeah, he definitely means sex. But then you deleted that, so I'm presuming that was a typo or something. That's fine then. Sorry for getting offended. I assumed again. I know I shouldn't assume. Hook up with another furry. I've not hooked up with anybody. The only people I've hooked up with to date are Sam and George. You know those two, right? I've talked about them on previous live streams. They were my first boyfriends, so they're the only ones I've hooked up with. And no, I didn't have sex with them. And no, We did stuff, but not the actual deed. But we did sexual stuff, like dry humping and shit, but that's about it. But that was when I was really skinny, so I didn't feel attractive at all back then. Yeah, I remember I made a video of him, like us kissing and stuff, and I was so skinny, and I was actually disgusted by myself when I watched the video back. That, oh my god, I look so disgusting because I was dead skinny and he was dead fat, and I thought, I'm so jealous. Well, I wasn't really jealous of him because he wasn't my type, to be honest. He was fat, but he wasn't really my type. He wasn't fat enough, and he was what I call, he wasn't a true fat man. Like, the rest of him didn't look fat, but he had a belly. But he was kind of chubby-ish. But he was sort of square. He had no bum. Too fast, dickhead. It's a back street, not the Grand Prix. It's over there, stupid. What are you doing? It's over here, look. Blind deep. Blind deep. What is wrong with you? Look with your eyes, not your nose. Your nose ain't that good, buddy. Anyway, sorry about that. That stupid guy and then that stupid dog, you know, pissed me off. I can't stand it when people zoom down back streets. Especially seeing as how there's a bump. I felt the same way when I was skinny. I feel way more confident now that I'm much fatter. I was only 190 pounds to start with, and now I'm in the high. That's pretty big. The high 300s, that's pretty big, right? Like, what's that in stones? I don't really equate. I mean, I know my squirrel characters are about easy 600. I know I have had to adjust to all these American sizes now because that's what everybody seems to be American. I don't know what's... Everybody who watches my streams, everybody I meet online, they're always American. You know, if I was crazy, I would say that Americans are definitely taking over the world. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but everybody you speak to is American. Like, nobody's from any other country. Like, I've only met 2 British people in all the years that I've been role-playing and chatting online. I've only ever met 2 British people. So I think that's kind of weird. I don't know why everybody's American all of a sudden. I remember when Britain used to rule everything and rule the world, and like, I know that was a long, long time ago before my time, but I remember even when I was growing up, everything that I watched on TV and everybody I talked to was British and everything was British. Now suddenly everything's American. Oh, it's so sad. I'm so sad that my country doesn't rule everything anymore. Again, I'm not from that time, but I still remember it like I was. Like I say, growing up, everything was British orientated. It was wonderful. It's because I'm in Britain, so, you know, it's kind of sad when all our culture's just dissipating and being replaced with American or Indian culture. And soon Polski. I'm surprised they've not made everything Russian. Don't Russia rule us now? I don't know, but I think that they do. I'm surprised everything's not Russian. It's funny, really. We fought 2 world wars so that we wouldn't be dictated by Germany, and yet we're still being dictated by other countries. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, was it worth it? Were the 2 world wars worth it, really? No, I don't think so. I think we've got just about as much freedom here in England as if, well, we were ruled by a bunch of Hitlers. Can't smoke. Well, you could drink, but everything else is being banned all over the place. They're even taking away our skimmed milk now. Soon we won't be able to drink anything but semi and full fat milk, which is bad for you because it's full of hormones and disgusting deposits of yuck. Me and my mum can't drink that. Full fat milk makes me ill, and it wouldn't be good for her either because she's got diabetes and heart problems. And considering everybody's all about wanting everybody to be slimmer, it doesn't really make much sense as to why you can only get semi and full fat milk. What else is there? A lot of corn products are being taken away, ones that are pretty good, so yeah. trying to think what else. There's lots of things. Yeah, they ban a lot of stuff. Like I say, soon they'll be banning smoking. It's not in effect yet, but soon you will. First you won't be able to get cigarettes, then you won't be able to smoke, I'm presuming, at all, because they'll have just banned cigarettes. And I'm like, I know people are very down on smoking at the minute, but you do know it's all brainwashing, right, don't you? People have sort of made these fake discoveries. Sorry, I mean these fake discoveries that smoking is this bad for you, but to be honest with you, it's not that bad. In fact, there's an article about how it's actually good for you, especially if you've been smoking all your life, and if you just suddenly stop. Like, apparently there was a story about someone who smoked all their life and they stopped and they got all these health problems. But yeah, there's an article about how actually it makes you live longer, and it slows down the aging process, and it's actually good for you. But as long as you don't like chain smoke or like smoke those really strong ones. Like if you smoke menthol ones, it's fine, and you only like smoke a few a day rather than like chain smoke. Like if you chain smoke, obviously that's not good, but you know. But drinking alcohol is much more bad for you. That's worse for you than smoking. And meat's bad. Meat is worse for your health. Like my aunt Sis, she smoked all her life and she lived till 104, but she would have lived longer. The only reason why she died is because she made a decision to give up on life, because she was put into an old folks home where you have to get up at like 6 in the morning, and you know, you just pretty much just sat in a waiting room all day and you have to do as you're told. So she basically just gave up on life because she was put in an old folks home. Old folks home are worse for your health than smoking. Alcohol is worse than smoking. If you don't drink in moderation, of course. If you drink in moderation, that's also fine. But, you know, getting drunk is not good. I know everybody thinks it's good. Eating raw meat, especially, I'm down on meat, but, you know, especially raw meat. Like, apparently people frown upon you if you have your steak cooked. Like, apparently you're only okay in people's books if you have it medium rare. And I'm like, what the fuck? Actually, raw meat, even medium rare, is bad for you. It can give you salmonella poisoning and all sorts of other illnesses and bugs and sicknesses. You can get food poisoning, stomach bug, all sorts of things. Why aren't you looking for the ball? You've clearly lost it, so get looking for it. Don't know why you're coming to me. I don't know what you've done with it, do I? Unhealthy stuff. I love to eat bacon and smoke weed. Okay. I'm not really pro drugs either. Oh, hello, birdie. A lot of people admit to me for some reason that they smoke drugs. I'm not really for that. I'm surprised that they think that I'm that tolerant. My mum has actually said that she thinks that things how they are now are way worse than like how it was with Hitler. Apart from the gassing and stuff. Obviously he did bad things, but of course people only ever focus on the bad things, don't they? Like, I know overall the bad things did outweigh the good things, but there were some things about Hitler that were good. I'm not advocating Hitler. I'm not saying that he was good, by the way. I'm just saying that I'm just telling you what my mum said, which was that things are way worse now, or the same even. But you know, again, don't have a go at me, because what I'm saying is it's the same, bar the gassing and the killing. But you know, we're still being told what to do. Things are still being banned. There's all that PC stuff, you know, you can't say this and you can't say that, and you know, you can be LGBT but you can't dress as a wolf, you know, that sort of shit. You can't be a furry because, oh, you know, God forbid. You can't discipline your kids. You can't hit your kids. You can't, the school can't correct them if they misspell something or get an answer wrong. Apparently you can't do that. So on the one hand, they've gone overboard with the freedom, but on the other hand, they're also taking things away, and they're banning things, and they're telling you what you can and can't do and what you can and can't think. I bet Hitler would have liked furries. Go find your ball. Go find your ball. It won't be over there, it'll be over here. I don't know what you've done with it. Hitler would have banned furries. I don't know. I don't know about that. He was very he was an animal lover, actually. He was very down on animal cruelty. So that's the one thing I can say that's good about him. So he probably would have loved furries, actually, because he was an animal lover. And he did a lot of things for animal charities, you know, like stop animal cruelty and stuff. So, like I say, but nobody will talk about that. No one wants to know the good things about Hitler because they just want to focus on the bad things, of course. And everything happens for a reason. I mean, people don't do stuff for no reason. A lot of the time people do stuff for a reason. So, like, people are evil. Like, a lot of people are evil. I don't care what people say. Like, if people treated people the way they treat animals, they'd be locked up for sure. They'd be done for murder. What do you think you're doing? Crossing my path like that. I should stop playing with you now. I'm going to ignore you now. Yeah, if people treated people like they treated animals, then, you know, we'd be locked up. Apparently it's perfectly fine to put a healthy dog down if it's considered a dangerous dog. Yeah, right. Dogs are dangerous because people make them dangerous by training them to be aggressive. My mum says there's no such thing as a dangerous dog. Like pit bulls and shit. Pit bulls are actually nice and friendly if you train them that way. If you treat them right. Obviously they're going to be aggressive and nasty and dangerous if you train them to be dangerous, nasty and aggressive. Yeah, that's right. So, saying that a dog has to be put down, there was this story about how this dog had to be put down. It was a lovely, healthy and very friendly dog, but it had to be put down because it was a pit bull and they're banned in this country. They're actually illegal in this country. I didn't know that. I've just found out now that actually pit bulls are illegal in this country. I never knew that. Oh, what was that guy called? That guy recently who made nasty comments on my videos. I bet he's going to come at me for this video because I was talking about good points about Hitler. I know that there's going to be people who object, of course. But these are just my opinions. I'm just talking. I'm not advocating Hitler or anything. I'm just here to just let you guys know that he did do some good things. But they will be forgotten about just because of the bad things he's done. But that's how people treat everybody. They just focus on the bad stuff only, not the good stuff. Like me, if it weren't for you guys, my videos, every single video, no matter what I said, people used to come down on me like a ton of bricks, and they only focused on the things that they didn't agree with. They didn't really focus on the things that I was saying that actually make sense and that do make a valid point. They just focus on, oh, she's racist, oh, she's white supremacist, and oh, she's this, and oh, she's that, and oh, she's Hitler, she's a Nazi. I've been called all these things before, but mainly on Phoebe because I got called white supremacist, Nazi. I've been compared to Hitler because I wanted to start my own blonde blue-eyed race, but I actually didn't want to create my blonde blue-eyed race and discriminate against other races. The reason why I wanted to do that was because blondes are very rare. Natural blondes, that is. You see a lot of blonde women, but they're all, they've all got their hair dyed, so. I mean, I dye my hair, but I'm a natural blonde. It's just that my hair's gone darker over the years, but I am a natural blonde. but were very rare, so I wanted to like have like a sort of breeding program for blonde blue eyed, and I made the mistake of saying this on Phoebe, that I only wanted to date blonde blue eyed men because I wanted to one day have a blonde blue eyed husband and have blonde blue eyed kids because I'm blonde and blue eyed. But of course people say, oh, you're racist, and oh, you like Hitler because Hitler wanted a blonde blue eyed race too. I'm like, yeah, but he said he wanted a blonde blue eyed race. There's not much about that on the documentary, actually. I've heard about that, but I've not really seen it on a documentary or anything, so there's no information about that. But he referred to them as a super race. That's one. I've not said that they're a super race, have I? Have I mentioned super race in any of that? No, I did not. I said I just wanted to carry on with blonde blue-eyed people because, you know, my generation, my future generations to come, because they are very rare, and I thought it's quite a tragedy that there's quite a decline in blonde blue-eyed people. So just like you do with pandas, you know, they're going extinct, so you'd create a breeding program where you breed lots of pandas. I wanted to do that, and if I personally wasn't blonde myself, obviously I couldn't do anything about that, but I personally, my personal preference, my personal decision to only date blonde blue-eyed guys so that I could have blonde blue-eyed children, and then persuade my children to then find blonde blue-eyed partners. But obviously I couldn't force them to do that, but I could just sort of say I'd prefer it if you did that, but it's no big deal. But you know, and I'd tell them my reasons too, but of course they'd have a choice, but I'd tell them my reasons why I preferred it if they did.